Thank you for granting us the opportunity to discuss your law journey. My name is Sama Soltani from Saif Real Estate. Could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, my name is Thiro Kiano. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I've been practicing for 3 years now, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure is ours. So your background is also in law as well, your education as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's
Yes.
lovely.
Thank you.
So how did you start to become an advocate?
That's a good question. Since my childhood, I've always been passionate about things to do with law, and backs and forth about it. And I realized that I was actually good at it, especially when it came to time for selecting, careers and after good introspection. So, at the time of selecting universities and looking at the courses that are there, I just aligned it with my childhood passions and talents at that time.
That's nice. That's very nice. It's nice to always follow your childhood passion.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
true.
Yeah.
So, as per my understanding, you are partner with Saif as a legal partner.
Yes.
How is the partnership?
The partnership is fantastic. It has been a year or so of fantastic partnership with Saif.
Okay.
I especially love the level of professionalism.
Thank you.
Communication is always done on time, in a professional manner, and the way they communicate with their clients and with their partners has always been fantastic and phenomenal, and we really thank them so much for their partnership.
We thank for your partnership as well.
Yes,
Is there any specific project you like about us, maybe?
I've always had a special liking for the Kovo project.
Yes.
I thought it was well planned out, fantastic location, good vision for the project, and yes, so I've always loved the Kovo project.
Kovo is a really nice project. Could you please explain what is exactly leasehold and freehold?
Thank you. To understand those two, those are the two forms of the land tenures that are here in Kenya. So when we talk about freehold interest, we're talking about absolute ownership. This is where the person who owns the freehold interest in land owns it for eternity. It can, until they die, basically, and it can be inherited by their children. And the other key feature about it is that there's no payments required. Once they bought the land, that's it. They own it with everything that is in the land. And there's no need for payment, and they can utilize the land however they want, subject to a few restrictions that might be there from the government. Maybe, for instance, you have certain lands that the government has put aside as agricultural land. Yes, but that is majorly freehold. Leasehold, on the other hand, is a bit different from freehold in that it is mostly pegged on duration. It is not owned for the entire lifetime of a person, but it's owned from the time that is given from the lessor, the owner of the land. So it could be for a duration of 99 years, and it is subject to some payments, even if it is on an annual basis. And yes, those are some of the main distinctions between the two tenures of land that you've mentioned, the freehold and the leasehold. So mostly you find that the leasehold tenure applies to flats and apartment buildings because they own that apartment, but not the land on which it stands on.
Okay.
Yes.
And also leasehold can be inherited as well?
Yes, they can be inherited, but they still will be subject to the duration of time. Given that in Kenya the duration is 99 years. So after 99 years, the lessee is required to apply for renewal of that lease. Yes, from whoever the lessor is. If it's the government of Kenya, you apply for a renewal from the government. If it's from the county, you apply for renewal from the county as well.
Okay. Is that any way flats can be freehold as well?
No, flats cannot be freehold. Flats can only be leasehold for a period of 99 years, and they'll have to keep being renewed. Yes, for them to continue enjoying the use of the apartments that have been bought.
Yes. In freehold, you mentioned that it can be inherited by children.
Yes.
Only children?
That we'll have to move now into the issues of succession law, but it's fine. It can be inherited by the beneficiaries of the deceased person. So the deceased person could have left behind a spouse or children or parents. So as long as you are a beneficiary as defined under the Law of Succession Act, you can actually inherit the parcel of land.
So which one of the leasehold and freehold is applicable in Kenya?
Good question. Both tenures are actually applicable in Kenya.
Okay.
Yes, so depending on what you're going for, depending on what you're looking for, you can always find them because both are applicable in Kenya. For the people who are a bit specific, foreigners are the only ones who are restricted to leasehold interests. However, Kenyan citizens are free to get the freehold interest or leasehold interest depending on what they're going for.
Okay. So as a last question, what is your law advice to a client when they're buying a property?
Good question. I would say that the best thing and where I would start is on what we like to refer to as due diligence.
Okay.
It is prudent that every purchaser conducts proper due diligence to ensure and to know what they're buying. Due diligence can start with the vendor themselves, that is Saif Properties, and check out their proven track record and what they do. The second thing would be to check out the land. You can ask for a copy of the title, conduct a search on it at the lands registry. You can see the history of the land, you can see the ownership of the land, to be familiar with what it is they're offering you. And in the same breath, you can check out their architectural plans and all the plans that they have. Make sure you're familiar with them so that you know exactly what you're buying into. And where necessary and where possible, conduct a site visit. Go to the site, go to the location, see where it is, know exactly what you're buying. Check out the offer letter in details, the sale agreement that will be provided for you. Read the provisions, read clause by clause, and where necessary, you can seek the advice of an advocate to represent you and to help you throughout the transaction so that you are well apprised of the exact situation and the exact business you're getting yourself into.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, your knowledge and your experience. I'm pretty sure our audience learned a lot from you, and I'm pretty sure they're going to conduct survey before they buy any property.
Thank you so much as well. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you.